So as I've been puttering around this morning, I got some stuff on my mind. First of all, boy, is it hard to organize and figure out. I have so much stuff, and I'm trying to take things like a little bite at a time. So I've been going through all of my medical and supplement type things. Wait a minute, come with me. I'm frying onions. So I sliced up this big old onion, and I'm browning it, right? I like my onions really brown. So I'm going to be cooking these till they're the way I want them. Before this, I fried up this chicken patty from Morningstar Farms. It's, vegetarian. I don't know if it's vegan, but I know it's vegetarian at the very least. And I'm going to put each half on one of these 50-calorie low-carb wraps with the fried onions that are going to have 2 tablespoons of sugar-free hickory barbecue sauce by G. Hughes. I love his sauces. I've said it before. And he has this ginger sauce that is second to none. Anyway, plus I'm going to throw some coleslaw on top of that and wrap her up and eat it. Meanwhile, after I finish lunch, I'm going to take you into my bedroom and show you my catastrophe. Now, a lot of things are on my mind, and the most foremost thing on my mind right now is donations. So I've started putting my email address in my name, plus saying any subscribers who would like to support my cause can donate through PayPal. Please. I don't ever want my viewers to think that if you can't donate, and I get it, I get it. I'm on a tight budget too. Don't feel that I'll love you any less, because that is not the facts. And for those that do donate to me, I tell you, I'm extremely grateful, truly, and overwhelmed by the generosity of it. Even I donate sometimes. Like recently, my daughter, Bonnie, she's up north, and she went to Foxcroft Academy, and I didn't know what was going on up there, but some of the students there had assaulted a young man at a party. And there's a court case that's going to be going, to the system regarding it. And meanwhile, that poor thing has to go to that high school and face his antagonizers, and they're putting a lot of pressure on him because he's going to testify against them. And a lot of his friends were at that party and did not step up to him to help him. Peer pressure. I donated $10 to change.org for that cause. Even when I'm deeply moved, I'm going to donate. And the other thing I donated to recently, $5 to a Florida bill for reciprocity with legal marijuana, medical marijuana states that have passed the medical marijuana laws. Hang on a minute. Onion time. So, if something I feel is extremely important, and I do feel that is extremely important, because, when I needed my marijuana, I want to go back on medical marijuana, and I know that some states are illegal without the medical card, but I like the fact that with dispensaries, you can get the kind of marijuana that's best for you. There's certain strains. Some of them have less THC. You can get 5% only. It was healing to me, and I've found in the years that I stopped using it since 2018, I'm going downhill. I had recovered fully from fibromyalgia because of medical marijuana, because my husband told me, you've got to try it. So, yeah, it would be nice to be able to take my medical card from one state and go use it in another state if I happen to be traveling or what have you. Excuse me for my back turn, but I've just added my barbecue sauce to my onions. This makes such a delicious vegetarian sandwich. I'm telling you, you gotta try it. Now, I like Baby Ray's, but I prefer the sugar-free. And I do like, I've never tried his barbecue sauce. And you know what? I'm really not going to really be able to taste it, but, you know, I might get an essence of it. I always get an essence of his ginger sauce. Ginger orange or ginger mango. I don't know. It's ginger something. Can't find it at Walmart small shop. So yeah, okay, I'm finishing that. Give me a second. Okay, so I talked about those things. The other thing that is starting to crop up is you beautiful people offering me a place, a driveway, etc. And you know, I think it would be really fun for my content in my channel to actually start setting up some places I can visit, and if my viewers want to come onto a video, you can meet the people who watch me and love me. And I would love to meet y'all. I really would. Wish I could go to Australia, but that's not in the cards right now. Or South Africa. I think there was somebody from South Africa as well. And yeah, so even to be able to, you know, if I'm passing through and I could stop a night in your driveway when I have my van. I don't have it yet. But I noticed that prices are starting to drop, which will be good for me, and it's probably because of gas prices. And who knows? Whatever I drive, you know, I'm going to be totally self-contained. I'm not going to need anything. I'm going to have my own toilet. I'm going to have my own water. I'm going to have my own power. So I really would rather not impose on anybody. But if you want to visit, I'm going to start putting my email address along with, you know, the little push for, you know, if you want to donate to my channel, you know, do so. But start emailing me. Let's get to know each other a little bit. Karen Bangle suggested that, and I like that idea that, you know, one way to vet people is to start communicating. And therefore, you know, I could make a little map plan, because I really would like to travel September, October. I know I have one plan in September. I would really love to do the Brimfield Antique Show. My back the way it is, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. And then there is in Indiana, is it? Indiana? No. Yes? Yeah, the Covered Bridge Festival in the town I'm looking into is, what the heck is the name of it? Bridgeport? Bridgeport, maybe? Maybe? It has the more antique vendors, and that's what I need. From what I understand, so I am looking for a spot up there. If you're up in that area where the covered bridges are, and you can like drive through one of those towns and find anybody who has like a private yard spot, they do that in Hillsville. I need a good price, a really, really good price. It doesn't have to be too big. I can make do with maybe like a 10 by 20 is what I usually get at, what the heck is the name of it? In Mount Dora, Florida, Renninger's. So, yeah, I could probably suffice with a 10 or 15 by 20. And it doesn't have to be right on the roadside, but it needs to be well visited so I can make some money. And what I'm going to be carrying mostly is some jewelry, postcards, probably prints, a lot of books, and that's pretty much the long and short of it. And I've never been up there, and I don't know. It's like 5 or 6 towns that do it. So I could use some guidance on this. If you are familiar with the Covered Bridge Festival, if you are in any of those towns and you want to start looking for me. I think somebody sent me from the county a couple of Facebook pages I can go visit and try to start communicating with people around there, but you still can't see the spot. You don't know if you're getting a good one, and that's why I'm reaching out to you all, and I'm probably going to do it again. What's the other thing I wanted to cover? I think that's pretty much it for now, right? I think so. One more thing. Monetization. I hate to swallow my pride. I hate to eat crow. My girlfriend called me this morning and she was like, Nikki, you remind me of that analogy of the guy on the rooftop because his town flooded. So there's this big flood and the guy gets up on his rooftop and he says, God save me. And so God sends by a boat, but the guy said, no thanks, God's going to save me. And then God sends a helicopter, but the guy says, no, God's going to save me. And eventually the floodwaters overcome him and he dies and goes to heaven. He said, why didn't you save me? And he said, well, I sent you a boat and I sent you a helicopter. You know, what else were you looking for? So sometimes I have to realize that it really truly does take a village sometimes. While I hate that term, I'm going to use it. We're all in this together, and I've always been fiercely independent, and I never wanted to take handouts, and it was hard enough taking welfare, food stamps, and medical, which will soon be ending because you know, I'm selling the place and I'm selling my car, and that's going to bump me right out of there. It's not going to change my income any, because that money, whatever I get for the car is going to go toward my next vehicle for traveling and selling and living. And trailer money is probably going to be invested so I could try to double it and later on buy something that I can age in. But I keep myself open to everything. I'm not going to close myself into one idea. And that's why I appreciate your ideas. And I thank you so much for giving me ideas. I have thought of Tennessee and tiny homes because I do follow Serene and Simple Life. And I follow Minnie Van Lee, though I'm not subscribed right now to either one of them because for a while I stopped watching and then I started watching again because I'm looking for ideas from the old videos. And Minnie Van Lee has a lot of great ideas currently. And then who else do I watch? RV Rebel Girl, I like her. And who else? Like regularly, I don't know, there's a bunch of them that have just come up. Adventures with Irene, I think, is one of them. I watch a lot of people. I even occasionally go back to the woman who started out in her sedan and in that box van. Is she a lead too? Box Van D. I go to her site every now and then because she had a lot of great ideas when she first started out, and then I like to watch what she did with the box van, and now she's in a trailer, I think. Yeah. And she got, she aged too much and, complications, and she's now in a RV park in Arizona, I do believe. Caravan Carolyn, I have watched a few of her videos. That got like too weird and crazy for a while, and just a lot of them. And then there was this woman in a great big RV, and then she found a guy, and now they're both in the great big RV, and so I've watched them. I think I've watched every single video on car life, SUV life, van life, RV life. I've watched them all. So I have ideas, and then I've watched a lot of tiny house videos. I always wanted to live in a yurt. Yes, I still have my book by, what was his name? Len something. How to Build a Yurt. Still have the book. I have a lot of old 70s books. I collected them because I just loved the 70s. Oh my. Living on the Earth, that's another book I have from the 70s by Alicia Bay Laurel, but that wasn't her real name. I can't remember her real name. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And dear God, I've gone over 15 minutes just on this one. So I'm going to download this, and when that's done, I'll take you on a tour of my madness and how I am trying to prepare for vehicle life, whatever vehicle the universe brings me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And it's time to eat. Yay, food. Yay, food. I love food. I do.